Everyone told him he would fail. He had no money, no connections, and no one to believe in him. But he kept going. And what happened next changed his life forever. This is the story of the boy who refused to give up. At 19, Jake had a dream. He wanted to build a successful life for himself and his mother. But there was one problem. Jake had no money, no college degree, no powerful connections, and no one believed he could make it. Every morning, he woke up before sunrise and walked several miles to work at a small grocery store. People around him often said, "You should stop dreaming so big." But Jake always remembered something his mother once told him. "Your situation may be small, but your dreams don't have to be." One day, Jake decided to start an online business. He spent weeks learning. He watched tutorials. He worked late at night. And finally, he launched his first small business. But after 1 month, nothing happened. 0 customers. 0 profit. Only disappointment. Jake stared at his laptop and whispered, "Maybe they're right. Maybe I can't do this." He almost gave up. But the next morning, he opened his laptop again. Because failure had hurt him. But quitting would hurt even more. For the next 6 months, Jake worked harder than ever. He worked during the day. He studied at night. And while everyone else was sleeping, he kept learning. Some nights, he was so tired that he fell asleep at his desk. Some mornings, he wanted to quit. But every time he felt like giving up, he asked himself one question. What if success is just one more attempt away? So he tried again. And again. And again. He wasn't becoming successful overnight. He was becoming stronger every day. One ordinary morning, something changed. Jake received an email. A customer had purchased his product. Then another. And another. For the first time, Jake made more money from his business than he earned at the grocery store. He stared at the screen in disbelief. His eyes filled with tears. Not because he had become rich, but because he finally had proof that all those sleepless nights had meant something. Jake called his mother and said, "Mom, I think it's finally working." She smiled and replied, "I knew you could do it." 3 years later, Jake's small idea had become a successful business. But he never forgot where he started. One evening, he returned to the same grocery store where he had once worked. He looked at the old shelves. The same parking lot. The same street. And remembered the young man who used to walk there before sunrise. Jake smiled. Because he finally understood something. Success wasn't created on the day he made money. Success was created on every day he refused to quit. Every failure. Every late night. Every rejection. Every moment when he wanted to give up, but chose to continue. Maybe you're watching this video because you're struggling right now. Maybe you've failed. Maybe people have told you that your dream is impossible. Maybe you're tired. But listen carefully. You don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You don't have to have money. You don't need everyone to believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself long enough to keep going. Because sometimes, the difference between the person who succeeds and the person who quits is simply one more attempt. So don't give up today. Rest if you need to. Cry if you need to. Start over if you need to. But keep moving. Because your story isn't over yet. Your best chapter may still be ahead. If you're struggling right now, remember, your story isn't over. You may be one step away from changing your life. Comment "I won't give up" if you're still fighting for your dream.